This battle is brought to you by No Name 995, not to be confused with that bright yellow discounted grocery brand. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you're probably not a Canadian. Because maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that brand only exists in Canada. The brand I'm talking about is like the PC grocery store chain branded, like I said, bright yellow discount, like this cheap store brand that every store has, right? But I kind of like this brand, not because I think their products are great or anything like that. I don't think anything's wrong with them either. I mean, it's your typical stuff. But they've had a sense of humor about their branded stuff, and I really, really like it when companies do that. Probably my favorite example of all this bright yellow stuff I'm talking about is their beach stuff. There's been a couple times where I've seen people at the beach that have collected all this no-name stuff. So they're sitting there on the beach with a bright yellow umbrella and a bright yellow chair, a bright yellow beach towel, and with a bright yellow cup in their hand and a bright yellow cooler sitting there beside them on the sand of the beach. I think it's hilarious. And the cherry on the cake for me is the branding that's on it. It'll say on the chair something like chair for sitting, and on the cup it'll say cup for sipping. It's just hilarious. Anyways, let's get back to what we're actually here for. No Name is going to show us a very good game in a relatively rare tank, the FV215b. No, not the 183mm tank destroyer. This thing, nowhere near that. This thing only does 400 alpha damage, but as you're going to see, its gun is perfectly fine, probably better, having not that massive alpha. For those of you who haven't been playing World of Tanks for the last 10 years or more, this tank used to be the Tier 10 heavy tank of the British line, in place of what is now the Super Conqueror. I guess Wargaming must have felt that the Super Conqueror is a better fit in that line. I don't know why. Is it because it's overpowered? Or underpowered? I don't know. You tell me after this replay. I don't know. Look at this. I love how No Name has two enemy vehicles aiming at him, and he still takes his time to aim that shot in and shoot the enemy vehicles instead, managing to somehow not take any damage from that. 100%. If that was me in that situation, I would have saw them looking at me, panicked, fired my shot, missed everything, and then somehow taken 1,000 damage in return. Yeah, even there, look at that. The BZ-75 with his 650 alpha bounces off and does absolutely nothing. 50B also bounces off and does nothing. And just like that, No Name is going to shoot that BZ-75 in a very relatively hard shot to hit and do damage, no problem. The Progetto 66 is now shooting at him, manages to put some more damage in a second time. That was a bit of a misplay there from No Name, but that's okay. It's the No Name brand after all. I mean, you get what you pay for. Oh yeah, we're not talking about groceries. That's my bad. Looks like now No Name has realized the error of his ways and is kind of trying to find another option. I don't know if he was thinking about going over the ridge there or if he's just trying to get a sneaky spot in. Either way, it looks like he's switching things up a little bit. And what is that CS doing? Okay, for a second there I thought that CS was trying to face hug No Name, like he was upset with him for some reason, and No Name is just nudging around his teammates. I guess everybody's getting a little bit rough and frisky with each other. Like, come on guys, there's already enough grinding required in World of Tanks, we don't need that kind of grinding in the game too. Anyway, now that the terrible jokes are at least momentarily over, we find No Name reversing over to this little window, what used to be a window, what is now a large window that used to be several small windows, and he is going to manage to pick up his second kill now on the enemy artillery. I didn't really expect him to find artillery at this point in the game, but sure, I guess. I mean, I suppose the Allied ABR is moving up there, right? So it only makes sense, I guess, sorta. Is he going to pick up another kill? Yes, he is. Managed to finish off the 155. It's one very dangerous gun into the game. That EBR over there, it looks like he is doing some work with the spotting, taking all the right risks that he needs to. No Name is thinking about poking around this corner, but decides, you know what, instead of fighting at the corner, I'm going to go around the long way. I'm going to think that, you know what, that EBR, ooh, takes a shot there. I'm going to think that EBR has spotted everything that's over there that could possibly shoot me, and I'm going to be relatively safe in this nook anyway. I'm going to see if I can shoot someone in the side. And speaking of shooting in the side, one into the side of the Emil, just like that. Is anybody else going to be not paying attention that he can get a shot into? It looks like that Progetto might not be, but I bet you after that shot he's going to be. And this Emil is trying to take advantage of No Name just firing his gun. He does hit No Name once, but does no damage. And No Name finally manages to fail on sniping the weak spots on top of enemy vehicles' roofs for once. Now, is this AMX going to poke around the corner at No Name? No, it looks like he has other fish to fry. He has found that Charfew chair over there and is taking fire from him. But he does manage to make a mistake that No Name, I'm sure, is happy to take advantage of. But No Name is going to go back to this window now, accepting that the 50B is maybe going to be smart enough not to let that happen again. And the rear-turreted nature of No Name's tank does kind of disadvantage him there when he slams it into a wall and doesn't have the gun depression as a result to get the gun down on the enemy vehicle over there to get himself his 4th kill. But the AMX-50B does allow him to get his 4th kill, but No Name has to be careful. He's getting a little low on hit points. He's learned his lesson now from having this rear turreted hull depression, gun depression issue, whatever you want to call it, and he's going to catch out this Progetto a little bit. He's going reverse side scraping. He's playing it a little bit safe. His hull might be low enough that it's mostly hidden from over there, but I wouldn't bet on that. Picks up his 5th kill just like that. No more Progetto 66 in this game. But now, No Name has some issues going on here. He's basically a 1v4 over in this corner of the map. Let's see what's going to happen. If the enemies do feed... Oh, that was a just barely a missed shot. If the enemies feed themselves to him one at a time, then he has a chance. But now he's a one-shot kill for basically everything in this match. What can he do about it? Now, it looks like his allies are helping. That might be all that he needs. At least he has a little bit of support there. And what's he looking over there for? What's he expecting to see? Oh, it's the Object 277. Okay. Great job with the whole sixth sense intuition thing. And I don't mean the perks. I mean just knowing or having that funny feeling about where the enemies are going to come from. Now, could he get that shot on the EBR and finish him off? That would probably be a very valuable shot to get. Oh, and he had a sliver shot there he didn't expect to have. Luckily, that STRV does manage to finish off the EBR somehow, which is very, very good, because that would have been a big problem for No Name here as well if that EBR was allowed to live. But there is a Leopard to the right over there that he does need to be careful of as well. One flanking shot at this point into anywhere on No Name's tank could be a problem, and that is a weak spot on the Emil. I've never, ever, I don't think once, had success at hitting unless there's some weird angle going on, like I'm aiming down on the turret roof of the vehicle. However, the lower plate, that is a very most effective place to shoot that enemy vehicle. Let's see if No Name could do anything about this Leopard that's now approaching the STRV. Can he help the STRV? Maybe. Can he save the STRV? I'm thinking probably not. The STRV gets ram killed. Oh, and the kill shot, what may have been the kill shot if he was lucky anyway, bounces off of the Leopard's incredibly very little armor. And he takes one more tricky shot there just for the heck of it. Why not? Nothing to lose. But look at that. No Name is now at 7 kills and has done almost 6,000 damage, but he's in a 1v2 situation. And here comes a full health tank destroyer. He puts one shot into there. He needs to get out of here. Don't get shot in the rear. Holy, got out of there just in the nick of time. What's he going to do now, though? He's going to track the tank destroyer, which is going to be very helpful in locking down that vehicle for 1 second, allowing No Name to get his armor facing the right direction just in time. But you've got to think that his time is very limited here. There's no way that he can put enough shots in unless that tank destroyer bounces once or twice more. Things are looking bad, and things are looking even worse now that Leo has arrived. The Leo bounces off of him, the tank destroyer bounces off of him again, and now the tank destroyer is kind of sitting there doing nothing. What's going on? Did he just completely give up, or what? Instead, the shot goes into Leo, but it wasn't a super high roll, so he doesn't get the kill shot on him. And now it's a 1v1. What can No Name do? Can he hide it behind this enemy vehicle? Not quite enough. Just barely manages to not pick up that last kill. Losing by, what, 18 hit points? That's kind of depressing. He picked up 8 kills and did over 8,000 damage all by himself, and it still wasn't enough for his team to get the victory. Very unfortunate. Very good battle for you, but not so great in the final outcome for the team. Thanks anyway for submitting your replay. I say that like it's a depressing thing, like, oh, well, we just watched this and now it's not even worth our time because, well, you didn't win. No, it was a good replay. Thanks for posting it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a good one.